welcome to Rocky Tropics Gardening. I thought I'd do a quick word on frosts in the tropics. I've done a couple of videos, but not regarding planting things out. When I lived on the Atherton Tablelands in the tropics in Far North Queensland in Australia, I had another native currant, and I didn't actually have any citrus up there, but I had a mango tree as well. This one I've grown from seed. It's a Bowen or Kensington Pride. They are evergreen little trees, but when you're thinking about planting things out in the ground, especially if you're on the Atherton Tablelands, where you will get a frost or two depending upon where you live, don't plant them out until spring, till the ground starts to warm up in spring, to give them the best case scenario. So if you are looking at frosts in the tropics, you might also have blackberries and raspberries. These are kind of gone a bit dormant. I've had them under a frost cover. We are in Melbourne, so if I would have left them out, they would have all lost their leaves. So baby some things if you need to, like these little ones. You will need to put those under a frost cover if you can. If you can't, that's fine, that just happens. This is a little bit of frost, I believe, on my mango. The frost cover didn't quite cover it at the side, and that's just what happened. I could take those leaves off and it would look a whole lot better, but I thought I would show you. It's not a huge amount of frost, it just got a bit too cold. I thought I'd show you the newest addition to my garden. If you're from the tropics, you'll know what this is. It's the top of a pineapple. I had up to 18 little pineapples when I was in the far north. I'll link a video here of a wallaby who used to like to lay in my front garden and soak up the sun during the day, and yeah, occasionally she'd knock over some pineapples. And as we left after we'd sold the property, there were the very first pineapples I'd ever had. 2 or 3 of them ripening, so hope the new owners of the house enjoyed those. I only used to plant the ones that were the sweetest when we were eating them, and that meant I had a couple of different varieties. So you've got this kind, which is a darker leaf and just a little bit pointy on the edges, and then you've got the ones with the really serrated leaves, so that doesn't have any serrations at all on the edges. I don't know much about pineapples, but I know there are a couple of different varieties, especially as they market them that way in the shops. Thought you might like to know that's here. And this is quite a sheltered spot here, and it gets a lot of sun, not a lot of shade, so I'm hoping it'll do okay. I've grown pineapples here before when I lived in the Yarra Valley, which is out of town and it's higher elevation, and yeah, it didn't fruit, of course. It's just too cold, but I am encouraged that they did fruit finally on the Atherton Tablelands. They're supposed to take 18 months to 2 years, and they took 3 years to fruit, and 3 of them were already there when I got there. But if you persevere, and if you have it in a greenhouse, maybe it will definitely fruit. But I'm looking at protecting this one a little bit, and we'll see how we go. Hope you're enjoying a dry season now that it's actually dry in the far north of Australia, where I used to live on the Atherton Tablelands. This is my little mango, which sadly has got a bit bent up under the frost covers, but I'm trying to look after it as best I can, even though I have a frangipani, or 3 frangipanis here, and my Bowen mango, as you've probably seen in my videos before, as well as a native currant, things that I wanted to have again. They are a little bit of a hassle to look after, but they are essentially very tough because they will be fine in the summer here. So I shouldn't complain. It's frost covers that I would have covered other plants with anyway. Oh, and I also have a Panama passion fruit that I grew from seed. Not sure if you've seen my other videos. So it's got little buds here now. So I must be pretty happy. Little leaf buds. It's looking a bit ragged for winter, but even on the tablelands they do die back through winter. Got my citrus trees here, my Tahitian lime, my Eureka lemon, and my Tangelo. had a lovely tangelo up north, which had flowers a couple of times. My goodness, the scent is amazing. And then we had the heat wave that we so often used to have at the end of the dry season. Everything's crispy already. We were on tank water, so can't spend too much extra water on the plants. And the consequence was that my tangelo dropped its tiny little tangelos that it was starting to grow at the end of the dry season. But that's okay, the plant is still fine for the new owners. So I hope you're enjoying your winter, your dry season, and all the other plants that you can grow at this time of the year that you usually can't. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having fun in the garden. We'll see you next time.